Good morning children, welcome to your maths class. So in the last class we have seen what is a triangle, yes, how the triangle is dividing a plane into three regions, interior, exterior and boundary, and what a triangle will have, yes, what a triangle will have, three vertices will be having, three sides and also three angles, and how the angle is formed also I have explained you, right? Now in today's class we will see what is a quadrilateral. What is a quadrilateral? See, quad means nothing but four. In general, tri means we say it as three. So having three sides, three angles, okay, three vertices. In the same way, quad means four. Means a simple closed figure formed by the line segments will consist the four angles, four sides, and four vertices. Okay. So the definition is a simple closed figure made up of line segments made up of four line segments and have four vertices, okay, and four angles. Four angles means any shape which will have four sides, four angles and four side vertices is called as a quadrilateral. Suppose if I have taken a square, take a square, what it is? It is a square, right? Yes. So for a square, how many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides are there and 4 angles are there. Yes. And 4 vertices are there. 4 vertices. Okay. So it is called a square and it is also called a quadrilateral. Why? Because the properties of quadrilateral is satisfying for a square. So it is one of the quadrilateral. Okay. Specifically it is having a name, that is square, but in general it is called as a quadrilateral. And the same way if you take a rectangle, even for a rectangle also 4 vertices will be there. Yes. And 4 sides will be there. 4 angles will be there. So it is called as a rectangle. It is called as a rectangle, but it is also called as a quadrilateral. And the same way if you take a rhombus, yes. So rhombus is also having 4 sides, 4 angles, and 4 vertices, right? Yes. It is called as rhombus. If you take a kite, this is called kite. So there is a difference between the square and for a rhombus and the kite. For a rhombus, all sides will be equal. But whereas if you take a kite, means only these 2 sides are equal and these 2 sides are equal. So how many sides it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vertices and 4 angles. So it is a kite. So if you take one more trapezium, this is called as trapezium. This we are going to study in your higher classes. Okay. This shape we call it as a trapezium. Okay. Even for this also 1, 2, 3 and 4 sides will be there. And 4 angles will be there and 4 vertices will be there. Okay. So these all shapes will have their definite name: square, rectangle, rhombus, kite, trapezium. But all these shapes comes under your quadrilateral. All these shapes comes under quadrilateral. Why? Because the properties. What is the property? 4 line segments should be there, 4 vertices should be there, 4 angles should be there. So all these are having the 3 properties. Okay. So if in the exam they asked you to give a definition, means this is the definition. And what examples you have to write? These are the examples you have to write. Clear, children? Now you can note it down in your notebook. So like a polygon, like a triangle, even this quadrilateral also is dividing the plane into three regions. Okay. As I said, if I take a square, means this is your interior portion, this is your exterior portion, and this is your boundary. Okay. Interior, exterior, and boundary. Okay. Now, for a quadrilateral, we need to find the opposite angles, opposite sides, and everything. Okay. Now, here I will take an example. This is a quadrilateral. Name it as A, B, C, D. Okay. Now, for these, how many vertices are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So write down vertices. So what are the vertices? How many are they? 4 are there. So write point A, or else vertex A, vertex B, vertex C, and vertex D. Now coming to your sides. What are the sides? Okay. How many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now what is the first side? A, B. So whenever you are considering the side, means from here to here it becomes a one side. Okay, you have to consider from A to B. So how you will write? A, B line segment. Why? Because from here to here it is called as a line segment. So whenever you are writing a side, means on the top of it you have to mention the symbol line segment. And most of the students will do mistake whenever they ask you to write the line. No, simply they will write line A. So it is wrong. It is called as a vertex point. So whenever you are writing the side, means this is the way you have to write. Okay. Now A, B finish. Now B, C. B, C. Next C, D. Next D, A. D, A. So these are the 4 sides. Now coming to your angles. So whenever you are writing angles, means as I said, the angle should be in the middle. Yes. So if I have taken angle A, means write down A in the middle. Either this or this should be written on the either side. Okay. So I am writing BAD. This is your angle BAD, or else DAB. In any way you can write, but the angle should be in the middle. Angle should be in the middle. Now A finished. Now go to B. Angle B. So B should be in the middle, and write down A and C on either side. Now coming to your angle C. So write down C in the middle. B, C, D. So B and D should be written on the either side. Now coming to your D. Now D is written in the middle. C and A. So C, D, A. These are the angles. Clear? Now come to opposite sides. Opposite sides. What are opposite sides? So if we sit in the class, if you take the example of class, I am opposite to you, right? You are sitting opposite to me. I am standing opposite to you. The board is opposite to you, right? Means it is exactly opposite. Okay. Now if I take this figure, so the opposite side of AB, this is your AB. So exactly opposite to AB is which line segment you have? This is your AB. You assume it as myself. And where you are sitting? Here you are sitting. So you are myself, I am opposite to you, and you are opposite to me. So AB is opposite to BC. So AB line segment is opposite to DC. Okay. Now in the same way, find out other pair of opposite side. This is opposite to this, and BC is opposite to AB. BC is opposite to A. BC is opposite to A. Now opposite angles. opposite to A. So angle A is opposite to angle C, or else angle C is opposite to angle A. Now find out the other pair. Yes, B is opposite to angle B. So angle B is opposite to angle D. And one more, adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. Okay, adjacent nothing but side to side, side by side or beside, side by side. Okay, so your friends will sit along with you. Okay, so who is next to you, who is sitting beside you, means you will see. In the same way, here and here the angle A is there. So what are the two angles which are nearby, near to A? Okay, which are B and D. So these two are adjacent. So if you are sitting in the middle and two friends are sitting either on your side, okay, so those are adjacent to you. Those two friends are adjacent to you. So think you are in the middle and your friends are beside you. So these two angles called as adjacent angles to A. Okay, so adjacent angles of angle A are angle B, angle D. Similarly, adjacent angles of angle B are. So this is your angle B. So who is sitting beside angle B? You have, means which is nearest. So angle A and angle C. So angle A and angle C. In the same way, you try to write down the adjacent angles of angle C and angle D. Already two I gave you how to write the adjacent angles for A and B. Now you try to write down the adjacent angles for angle C and angle D. Okay. Now in the same way, adjacent sides. Adjacent sides. Okay. Now adjacent sides. So suppose AB is there. This is your AB. Same like your angle only. So the sides which are nearest to, or else having the same common point. Okay. If you take AB means this side is adjacent to AB and this side is adjacent to AB. So adjacent sides of AB are, adjacent sides of AB are what? AD and BC. AD and BC. If you take AB means these two are adjacent. If you take BC means these two are adjacent. So which are near to the line segment, the side. So write down adjacent sides of BC. Adjacent sides of BC. This is your BC. Okay. So the line segment which is joining these two is DC and AB. So write DC and AB. Now in the same way you try to find adjacent sides of CD and AB. CD and AB. Clear? This is very important. Very important. You take your own quadrilateral and try to find the adjacent sides of it, adjacent angles, opposite sides, opposite angles. Clear, children? And even in the textbook also you have an exercise in the page number 56, exercise 4.4. Mark any 4 points A, B, C, D. Means in the plane anywhere you can mark A, B, C, D 4 points and join them to make a quadrilateral. So you join them and name it. means which type of quadrilateral you are getting. Already I have explained you the types of quadrilateral. So which type of quadrilateral you are getting. And in the next step if clear, PQRS is a quadrilateral. See here a quadrilateral is given and answer the following. The opposite side of QR. See here it is QR. So the side which is opposite to QR. Opposite means exactly opposite side it should be. Okay. Downward, upward. Side will be opposite. So which is the opposite side of QR? PS. Similarly, opposite side of PQ means SR. Like this you try to find out these answers. And here also name the points marked in the figure. The points in the interior of quadrilateral. Okay, already we discussed many times. Interior means inside, exterior means outside, boundary means on this line. So you try to answer these questions. Clear? Thank you. Have a nice day.